I mean, as long as she's on the masthead, Janina puts her into news and reviews like a norovirus. She infests vast areas of the paper with the ladies Arlene Osden, and it just looks like she's still editing and I'm not.
In the grand scheme of things, I think you're getting your knickers in a twist, you know, about Arlene. You've got so much more to concentrate on. She is good as gone.
Ben, she's the old editor, and she's hanging around not only in the shape of her daughter, but also in the shape of her byline appearing all over the paper and on the masthead. I mean, I have a valid point here.
No, don't get all huffy and puffy with me, madam. I take your point, but if you're threatened by Arlene...
Why doesn't she just come back?
Sorry, I can't finish the sentence, can I?
You can have her back.
What?
She can come back. It's all fine.
Yeah. What, have three of you in the same office?
Yeah. Bring her back.
Later that day, Ben finally gives in, and Arlene is informed that she is no longer editor-at-large, and her services are no longer required at the Lady. Rachel is about to be judged on a magazine that is all of her own making. Judgment Day. The Christmas circulation figures are in.
Your dog. Okay, well, some good news, very good news.
Really?
Figures have come in for Christmas, and I'm happy to say that I'm confident that we've sold at least 32,000 copies.
It's not very many, is it?
Well, it's a 20% increase.
On last year?
On the week before.
Maybe we were all chasing, you know, the wrong number. It's certainly better than 26,000, but it's not 40,000. But, you know, he seems pleased.
You can see down here, 28.
The returns bring the Christmas issue figures down to 31,000. Needing 35,000 before they break even, and 40 to attract the high-end advertisers, Ben sends Rachel out on a publicity drive.
I am the marketing budget. He is a single club golfer. There is one policy, and that is get Rach onto sofas.
In the front, you've got the list of contributors, one of which is the office dog. Coco, yeah. Yes, she writes a column now. She's just wishing all her thank you letters. We are out of time. She's very valued.
Rachel tours the country's broadcasters, but she also pulls off a feature spread in the Sunday Times magazine. Publicity gold.
When the stardust she's been valiantly trying to sprinkle has settled, we see the Mayor of London's little sister putting the party shoes on a corpse and hoping against hope that it will start dancing. Somehow, she leaves you with the impression that the miracle might just come to pass.
Well, you must have been pleased with the Sunday Times piece, Ben.
It would hit the 75%.
You said 85% yesterday.
Yeah, I've revised it down though. I will never be 100% happy with press unless they absolutely print everything we give them. So that would be my 100% marker. But on the basis that...
But then no one would believe it, Ben, so it would be counterproductive because it would read like puff.
Yeah, I'll probably just finish what I was saying. If you
Be my guest.
Yeah, if you get more than 60% right, then it's a positive piece as far as we're concerned.
See you later. 5,000 words of free publicity, and he sits and nitpicks over it and sort of says we should do better. He has no idea how lucky he is to get that sort of coverage. What planet does he live on? He's got to get in the real world. In the real world, this is a piddling magazine that nobody cares about or buys. Sorry, I didn't mean that, but you know. Hello? No.
Who's that?
Ben.
What did he say?
He wants me to pop through. No, I mean, everyone cares about the magazine. They want it to be around. It's a sort of, you know, if you don't use it, you'll lose it situation. No, of course not. Did I just hang off on him? It's a lover's tiff.
Got a problem?
No,
Twice you just put the phone down and...
I didn't.
Is it cutting yourself off?
Well, I thought we'd said goodbye.
Thought. I don't think you've been much in the way of thinking. What's up with you? Come and tell Uncle Ben.
I think you don't realise how lucky you are to have had that Sunday Times piece, and how it was all my work getting it,
Yeah.
and all my PR smarts went into getting it, and you nitpick your way through it and find the bits that you don't like, and actually you didn't like it particularly. And I want to be congratulated for pulling off such a coup.
Now, what did you think of the Sunday Times piece?
All publicity is good publicity. I think it's a good way of approaching it. It didn't reflect particularly well on us and the various efforts we're making. That was my view.
It would be fair to say Leslie White has a black mark in my book.
I think I'm about to write her a letter thanking her for being so unbelievably kind. And generous to us, honestly, really. You have no idea what she could have done. She could have written all about incontinence pads and Stannah stair lifts and how we're irrelevant, and she didn't. And she made us look as if we were a player and that we had legs, and but in every sense. You've got to understand. I just live in the real world.
You live in that world.
I live in the real world, and I don't think you...
Well, you live in
But you live in a
journalism.
bubble where, it is the lady. You've been brought up by the lady, you've been educated by the lady. You don't see... there's a sort of, in a sense, a lack of perspective on this.
Hang on, wait a second. Firstly, I've been running companies since I was a nipper. Secondly, I've been in the world of media almost as long as you have. I totally understand PR. I totally understand media. But I'm not going to be so unrealistic as to say that we'll get 100% from everything.
But you're both admitting to disappointment because you just don't know how pleased you should be. We're on different planets.
We're describing the lady as the old putting some dancing shoes on the dead old deer of Maiden Street, Maiden Lane, is not how I see it.
The Budworth family are invested psychologically in the lady, the publication of the lady. They don't want to be seen to fail. It's like, the oldest son of the last line in a Duke of decaying baronets. They don't want to be the oldest son who failed to keep the old place going. And that's what's going on here. It's a losing battle, basically.
With circulation now pushing 30,000 a week, they haven't yet reached the initial target of 40,000. But with figures on the up, The Lady is one of the few magazines bucking the downward trend in publishing. And so Ben vows to battle on. Without Lindsay, who, after 18 years, decided to call it a day.
And may the glittering new lady prove to be a great success.
And with Janina, who has found a place within the new regime. Rachel is still editing the magazine and has now started work on a diary of her time at The Lady.
We'll catch up with Rachel Johnson and find out how The Lady's doing.